Okay. Everything appears to be working. Now, the hope is that I launch the game at the right time so that it's not screwy. I also wonder how many people are going to be confused by what time I'm going live at. Move my coaster. Forgot to move my coaster before I started. Hey, hello, retros! I forgot to do the spins. Oh, good. Well, if you're gonna announce that you're retros, then... Okay, yeah, this still needs... Okay. Yeah, that's better. That stick works. Yeah, fair enough. I have the distinct feeling I probably own all of the clothes now in Splatoon. I only use, like, 5 pieces of clothes. Okay. I'm gonna be super rusty. So it sounds like the perfect time to snipe. I'll just go with my run speed stuff. I'll go with this set of run speed stuff. I may as well do a few test shots first. Jeez, I have the lamp in probably the worst spot I could have it in. Lower end. My day's been not particularly great, but that's fine. It happens. My past few days haven't been great, so... Hence why there hasn't been a stream for a while. I have not, but I will get to them very soon. Very soon. Yeah, I was going to say shortly, and then I started saying soon, and then, yeah. Hello, Anissa. Fair enough. I will admin it later. Hope everyone can hear me alright, because I have the mic in a weird spot. Looking at the audio levels, yeah, I think everyone can hear me well. I hope. Okay. Oh, geez. Two snipers. And one of those, I think, was a really high-level star. This is not gonna go well. Well, I suppose. They have 2 snipers, and we only have me, so even if I do pretty badly... as I'm doing... Nice, Anissa. I mean, Enter Agent 3 is kind of bull, so don't feel bad for not being able to beat it until, you know, around now kind of thing. I imagine there's still a lot of people that haven't beat Enter Agent 3 just because of how just bull that fight is. I'm a distraction! There's one thing I can do. Also, if I sound tired, I just woke up from basically sleeping. Which sucks, because that means I'm gonna be waking up around now for a while. Which is annoying. Hey, I got a splat. Huh. Get too greedy, star. Fair enough, Anissa. I mean, fair enough. There aren't very many, so... I don't think this lobby is changing much. I might actually find a different lobby after this match. This one seems pretty set in stone. Kind of. It's like one person swapping in and out. Yeah, I'm glad too. I'm also glad you're alright. Ow. I almost took a drink of my coffee. I need to not do that every time I die. That is a bad habit I need to break. Well, I need the coffee to wake up. But I need to, like, not just gulp down this entire large cup. I mean, when I say I just woke up before the stream, like, I legitimately woke up about 10 minutes before I went live. I mean, I went from drinking like 12 cups of coffee a day to 0 to now I'm on like 1 or 2 occasionally. So like, you know, I've got that going for me. Thing is, I just woke up. I'm not gonna be actually like sleeping tired for a while. I mean like when you first wake up, that kind of tired. When your brain is still booting up. That's to the point I'm at. So apologize for slurping my drink. Like, I fell asleep around, like, 2 p.m., something like that. And then woke up at nearly 11. When was it I fell asleep? Yeah, it was around 2 p.m. I'm 91. Oh, jeez. I've legit not really paid attention to my level in so long. I will. Ow. No problem. I have no problems passing along messages for people. As long as I can do it. Fair enough. Mine's nowhere near that good. I've just been forcing myself to get better. Like, a lot of the streams lately, if there have been Splatoon, has just been me just forcing myself to get better at sniping. And say I'm closer to like level 10. Just knock a 0 off of there. Jeez, and this room didn't change at all either. What is it with these turf war lobbies and not changing around? And you need to slap like a 2 on yours. I can always find a different lobby. Like, I want to give them one more match, because I should have switched to my undercover. Just made a bunch of people rage quit. That's what I should have done. Oh, jeez. Until I see evidence to the contrary, I will refuse to believe I am better at sniping than you are. Ow. Ow. I mean, I'll admit, part of the reason why I'm actually doing good is most of the time, I'm actually fully focusing. Mostly focusing on trying to keep my hands from shaking, but... It's strange having a weapon I feel like I actually have to try with. Which I know sounds really narcissistic, but every time I say that, it's still true. And yes, that person's name is that. How'd I did? Now, let's see if anyone clears out. If no one clears out, I will find yet another Turf War lobby. There we go. Somebody rage quit. Or I had to go eat. Eating is a very nice thing to do. I probably should have done that before starting the stream because, well, I just woke up and started the stream. Which means I might at some point turn off the webcam and like get a sandwich or something. We got this. I got thick again. Well, I'm down here now. Ow. I'm not down there now. Our entire team is technically Chargers. I know people would be like, oh, Splat, like, they charge. They're Chargers. I mean, that's how I classify things. Ow. I'll booyah from back here. I don't know what we're all booyahing for, but I will booyah. Yep, GG. See, I told you you were better at sniping. The sniping part, anyway. I seem to be better at turfing with these things, but... Getting all tangled in my cords. I mean, the toothpick is pretty neat. I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't really know where I should be to snipe in this map. Like, that's just the thing. Like, I never know where to go. I still kind of love how the female Inkling saying ouch, it kind of sounds like they're saying they were mean to me. It's just adorable. Joy-Con, don't die on me now. Ow. In my attempt to help that Booyah Bomb go off, I died. I don't think it was worth it. Hello, AI. I think everyone has a really hard time sniping on Snapper Canal. There's just no good sniper spots. Nice. Oh, there's so many snipers around. This is the problem with sniping. Like, because, like, if you're moderately good, then things like that one guy on your team there needs to start happening. Where they'll start grabbing their own snipers to be like, huh, I'm better than this person. And a lot of the times they're not. Ow. I got way in over my head there. Ow. Ow. That was now on two fronts. My wrist cracked while I was turning my hands. I wasn't even paying attention to the scores. I was just blankly looking at the screen. I was gonna see how well that that other random sniper did. The unknown person. Probably put the little top thing back on my lamp. I was gonna try and fix the thing, but it did not work. Darn it. I thought I might be able to get that up there. Ow. Learned I am not good at hitting moderately slow targets. Ow. And it doesn't really require that much context. I actually wonder when the map rotation's gonna be now. Like, is it gonna be in a little over 15 minutes, or is it still gonna be in an hour? Because my time changed a couple days ago, so... I'm gonna grab a different sniper. I'm gonna be elite. Not really, but I'm gonna try to be elite. Oh jeez, it's Snapper. It's Snipper. Now I get to be dynamoed in the face. Hello, Japanese person. I do not understand Japanese well enough to know what you are saying. I apologize. Wait. Got it. Push the wrong button. Okay, something really quick. Guess I'll put that right there. I should get to the friend request after one more match. Because my brain didn't click that it was sent until very, like, just about now. So, I'm assuming they mean they sent friend request. AI. So it'll be one more match and then I will get to it. Though we are all friends. I don't even know exactly how long it's been since I played. I just assume it's been about a week. Let's see, when was it? Yeah, it was a little under a week. Okay. So I believe that Japanese viewer's name is Yuto. The annoying thing is, if that works anything like, the one that my school made everyone do, it doesn't actually, like, it's not something you could actually claim as work experience on, like, a resume. Like, no employer is gonna take it seriously because, well, they know that, you know, you may have been there for a day, but you didn't do anything. You know, or like, in that case, like 3 weeks. Like, it's not long enough for an employer to be like, yeah, that was credible work experience. Plus, experience doesn't mean crap. The literal only thing that matters is that you have your grade 12. / high school diploma. Honestly, it might still hurt you to have it there. From talking with one of my friends in EVE, who happens to have been, he's a retired employer at this point. He very much preferred getting people that did not have any work experience before at all, because it can very easily, like, cause you to pick up bad habits. And employers like having blank slates. Because a blank slate they can train to be however they want it to be. Though it might not hurt. I've never bothered putting, anything like that on my resumes. I had, summer job. And every time I go in for a job interview, I have to explain what it is. Because it doesn't have a traditional name. Yeah, we could probably do some League. I am going to grab that friend request, though. I forgot to mention that through the match, but I mentioned it before, so I hope people have memory. Yeah, it's Rainmaker. Oop, wrong button. Let's throw up a pair. I already forget the game mode. I literally just said Rainmaker. Okay. This one. I'd love to have a job. Like, I feel very weird in saying that, because most people are like, oh man, I hate working. I'm a workaholic. Like, I need stuff to do. Oh, this may not go well. It's fine, though. Oh, hey, it's Japan o'clock! My lamp is flickering a little bit. Hope power doesn't go out. I don't know why it would, but... See, now that just means you can repurpose the idea to give him a Christmas present. Ow. Now, geez, I went too far forward. Okay, I probably should not be using a sniper for ranked. Well, this isn't ranked, but you get the idea. Ow. Oh. Ow. My target doesn't move, I can't hit them! Ow. And sometimes if they do move, I can't hit them. Ow. Nice AI. Ow. I avenged you! I died too, but I avenged you! I gave us a chance! It's not gonna matter, but I've given us a chance! Because, yeah, they're all alive. Boo. I need to stop sniping. Holy Jesus! I was focused. Okay, so maps rotate now. Okay, that's gonna take some getting used to. Jeez, it's only been like an hour. What is it now? Oh, oh god, oh no, 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 not, no, no. I'm going back to turf. Ah, so you're going for a very, you know, a funny comic instead of a story-based comic. So basically an Eddsworld instead of a Marvel. What to use? I need to change how I'm sitting. This is uncomfortable. Yeah, I don't understand that. I will never understand the No Nut November. Something not PG is what it is. Technically. Well, it it's PG, but it's about not doing a non-PG thing. That doesn't explain anything, but you know, gimmicky GooTuber time. Wait, no, I need to change the shirt. These. Wait, no, I want this. I mean, I can say what it is. Basically, it's a quote-unquote challenge to not masturbate for a month. That's literally what it is. That would be far too much to explain. Other than to say, it's a perfectly natural thing that everybody does at some point. Ow. Hello, Ryan. Welcome to Strange Conversations, the stream. Hello, Zylander. I was tempted to make a terrible joke seeing your name, Ryan. But you've probably heard it a lot, so I won't make it. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, Rick. Ow. How did I live that long? Yeah, you've kind of already said you failed at, you know... Ow. I have no idea who that is, Ryan. I also don't play Smash, so... Ow. Cracked my wrists. To be fair, name is said the same. At least every time I've ever heard the name said. I will go one match and then get to that friend request. Oh, hey, it's the marionette. And here, we just need to start playing a music box, and it'll be fine. They'll just sit at spawn and never do anything. Also, because I just looked over and saw one still sitting here. Can I just comment on how silly a bite-sized Mr. Big is? It's so small! So yes, I have random Halloween candy just under my computer monitor. It doesn't really fit the name to have a, like, snack size, you know, the basically Halloween-sized Mr. Big. Ow. Well, I was just gonna say it's Rhine time, so AI kind of did it for me. I get a lot of homeschooled viewers here. Can I just say, as much as at one point in my life I would have envied you for being homeschooled, I honestly feel kind of bad for you. Because there's a lot of experiences that school teaches you that, like, you just don't get being homeschooled. I mean, they're crummy things to learn, but they're kind of things that your life is better if you know them, if that makes any sense. And I've learned this because my girlfriend is homeschooled. So, well, was homeschooled. In her case, it was because her parents are afraid of science. I did not even mean to splat you, Anissa. I am so sorry. Okay, good. I don't feel bad then. You're getting the school experience I wish I had. It would have been great if I could have been homeschooled to finish my schooling. I'm a dropout. Not intentionally. I'm a dropout due to unfortunate circumstance. See, if you've been to public school for a while, it'll be fine. If you've only been homeschooled, that's when it becomes kind of problematic. Like, a good example I can give, I feel a little bit bad even talking about this, because she's not here to tell me I can. But, like, Robotic lost a friend a while back, and was really beating herself up when thinking it was her fault, when really they were just two uncompatible people. Like, they weren't compatible, really. And that's something that being in school you would learn. Even just being a loner like I was, I'd still see people, you know, not trying to be friends that were clearly, like, they had nothing in common. And that's kind of what taught me that, like, yeah, you can't be friends with everybody. There are people you're just gonna be incompatible with. But it's not something you'll learn being homeschooled because, well, any friends you might have, you only made because of your parents. You know, I'm gonna feel bad about this, but I'm gonna go Blaster. Because I'm already in my swim speed shirt. Right, I was gonna get that friend request. I am really sorry. I wonder if I'll probably disconnect, but I'm gonna grab it now. Yep, I disconnected. It randomly decides when it'll disconnect me for that. See, Anissa, what I mean is, like, if you're only homeschooled, you have no chance to socialize with other kids. So you'll never make friends on your own. So usually your parents will go and find, you know, some of their friends who have kids and be like, hey, let's have our kids be friends. Even though the kids probably have nothing in common. Oh, jeez. I forgot how blasters work. No, so Ryan, I can understand wanting to not be at school for being bullied a lot. I was bullied a lot in school as well. Though I was very much the type that my being bullied basically just gave me thicker skin. Because I already struggled to care what other people thought. And being bullied just made it, you know, a case of, well, okay, there is even less of a point of caring what these other people think. But I know a lot of people don't have that mentality. Yeah, we'll never backstab you. So you've got friends here. I mean, you might end up getting shot in the face with a blaster occasionally, but, you know. It's just what friends do. Ow. I'm doing turf, Agent Dino. So I'm gonna try and catch up on the chat a bit. I've actually not played the Dragon Quest game yet. I don't think I have the time to invest 100+ hours into a game. I live in my sister's basement, and my oldest brother also lives here. This is basically a family switch. He's the one that got Dragon Quest. I don't even know what number it is. 11. It's more also, I don't think I'd have the attention span for it. Like, my attention span's gotten better over the years, but I still don't have much of an attention span, so once a game is that long, if the story is not engaging, I'll probably just stop. I definitely envy you on being an only child. I'm the youngest of 4 children. I'm the youngest by 7 years. Yeah, just send a friend request, and I will try to remember to accept it between matches. There, Agent Dino. Well, the first Dragon Quest game's story is engaging too. Save the princess, now you must love her. Doesn't matter if you don't. You must love her now. But thou must! I've played, like, the first Dragon Quest, the 4th, the 6th, and the 8th. And the Monsters games. Those are the best Dragon Quest games. Yeah, I know. But that's why I said it's also, the first one's also engaging. The first game also isn't long at all. It's a game that little, like, 5-year-old me could actually sit and play through. Because it only took a few hours to get through, really. Which was very nice. Oh, geez, I'm out of ink. Ow. I have no idea what you two are even going on about at this point. Ah, I'm out of ink. Ow. Alright, you guys are back in the other lobby. Because I tried to, I tried to just accept a friend request, but Nintendo can't have that. You're not allowed to accept friend requests mid playing. How dare you? How dare you even assume that you could? Ow. Fair enough. My main worry, seeing like everyone having 100+ hours in Dragon Quest XI, is just how much grinding is there going to be? Like, that's the main thing keeping me away from it, is just like, how much of this game is going to be mindless grinding? Because, I mean, Dragon Quest has been kind of notorious for having forced grinding segments. So... we're talking about Dragon Quest XI. An RPG on the Nintendo Switch. It's got a lot of anime guys. And her. She exists. So, best game on the Switch. Look at him. He's so happy. I know I didn't even hold it up for the name. That's Star Allies. I just really love Kirby games. Ow. I think there's only like 2 Kirby games I have not played, and I have 100%ed all of them that I have played. Except for Triple Deluxe, that I'm still working my way through very slowly. I don't even know why I've not been playing it. Ow. Yeah, when it comes to like RPGs, and I know it's purely because I've been designing my own RPG, I utterly hate grinding. I mean, I did AI. That's kind of the point. I'm a blaster. What do you expect me to do? Not shoot you in the face? That's not how blasters roll. Blasters are balls of aggression. Ow. Aw. I was about to say, I can't say that back without it sounding incredibly creepy. But I can say I care about you, and it doesn't sound incredibly creepy. I should really get back to making my RPG. I'm gonna need to start it over from scratch because everything was on my desktop that died. So I now need to start again for like the third time. But I know better. I know how to do things better now, so I'm gonna change weapons. I need another weapon that uses swim speed. Roller. I'm gonna regret this, but roller. Where's a roller? Here's a roller. Do I want the flingza, though? The flingza's funny. Also, if anyone has sent a friend request and I've not gotten to it, please say in the chat, and I will get to it. I'll go with the standard. I need to get a playable state of it again first. But yeah, I plan on, once I get back into developing it, I'm probably gonna add a channel to the Discord purely for it, and it, you know, the download for it and a feedback channel, so 2 channels. Whoa, roller just disconnected. I don't know who the roller is. I feel like I shouldn't try anymore. Nah, I'm gonna keep trying. I'm a bad roller anyway, so. I wasn't even looking at the screen and I splat somebody. Jeez. Welcome back, Anissa. Must paint. I will not advance past this point. And winter will stand on me. Darn it! Yeah, I've attempted building an RPG like 3 times. I probably actually still have a playable version of my oldest attempt sitting around somewhere. But it was not good. It was not good at all, and I've lost all the original files, so I can't even, like, I can't even do anything with it. It's just, it exists in, like, a version 0.01 state, with a ton of typos, broken skills, very little actual game. Oh jeez, no! I did not want that to go up there! I thought it would come back down, like they have been. But yeah, I think rather than just rewriting my entire story, I'm just gonna start turning it piece by piece into games. Because that's kind of the thing that, like, I've been writing this basically a book since I was in, like, grade 6. The problem is, it basically evolved into, like, 8 books. So, like, it mostly only evolved into that because I've been doing my best to make a story where there is no villain. There is no bad guy to my story. It's just villains from people's perspective. Ow. Must paint. Oh geez, out of ink. Watch the pen just become one of my nicknames now. I'm just a pen. I'm just a studio pen. Ow. Man, Splashdown sucks. The only way to get better at writing is to just write. Write, have people look at it, and tell you things you could do better, basically. Ow. I mean, that's literally the point of having an editor for a book, is basically they look through it and go, yeah, well, this could be done better. You could remove these words. You could describe this a different way. You know. Ow. I'm sure you're both good at writing. To be honest, it's not that hard to write. You just... A lot of the times, people have one thing they're not very good at when it comes to writing. In my case, I'm not very good at describing the environment. Ow. That Jet Squelcher really has it out for me. They're being a real jerk. Ow. And also, I was gonna say, it's not like a GameCube game, but no, it's Time Splitters I'm thinking of. My room don't get messy no more. Well, it does. I hate cleaning. Eh. I was trying to get over there, but he kept killing me. Like, the moment he saw me, all I was doing was painting a path, but no. No, can't have that. Must murder me. My lamp is getting really flickery, jeez. I think the bulb's about to burn out. It's a cheap light bulb. Go ahead. Ow. Well, I told you to go ahead on telling me, so... There's no real too bad there, I mean... Ow. We might? I know we have, like, what is called the Science Olympics. Which I legit took part in grade 6. Mostly because it got me out of school for, like, a week. It was basically a contest where, teams from all around Canada got thrown together to compete. And do just various generic things. I got second. Ow. After this match, I'm actually gonna go grab the medal. I have to use the washroom anyway, so... I just need to make sure my full name isn't on it, or if it is, I don't show that part of it. It was basically a team of 4 of us from my school. I think I was the only one that understood a lot of the concepts that we were supposed to know. Like aerodynamics. I'm dead. Ow. Okay, as mentioned, I'm gonna back out after this one because I have to use the washroom anyway. I'm gonna go grab that medal. It's the only one that got splats. Jeez. Should be back in about a minute or two. Alright, I'm back. Yeah. Science! It's probably not readable, but... should be readable, I hope. Those Islander. So man, this was 2008. 11 years ago. Yeah, that's fine. It's fine being young. Now to catch up on what AI was saying, because I kind of just walked away. Okay, I will tell you what I think when you get back. So I'm gonna change weapons. I might as well check for friend requests as well before I continue along. Let's see. There we go. Fair enough. I have a hair in my eye. It's not in my eye, it's tickling my eye. Long hair problems. Yeah, I was 12 when I got that medal. I did just have to stop and use a calculator for that. I am very bad at subtracting from my age. I'm very bad at remembering my age. Yeah, shorter hair I find actually gets in your face more. Come on, buddy, throw your booyah bomb. That had 3 hit sounds. Poor brush. They didn't ask for that. I'm on a murder spree over here, jeez. Ow. Problem is I have a long or short hair. I mean, long hair, it's just, it gets in the way a lot. I basically have to put it in a ponytail to eat, which is kind of a problem. Short hair depends on the length, but it just, it's just annoying. And yeah, AI, that's kind of the problem with having characters with the ability to stop time. Is it causes a lot of moments where it's a case of, why didn't you just do that? Like, in my universe, also hello, Average. In my universe, where I do basically have a deity for every possible concept, like there's 2 of them for every possible concept. There are 2 for time. They basically serve as the record keepers of the universe and never get involved with anything, because if they were, well, there's, you know, they're just kind of brokenly powerful. I have a lot of OCs. I have too many. Ow. I have too much I could do with my hair. Like, way too much. I don't do any of it, but I have too much I could do with it. I've lost count of the amount I have. A lot of the ones I have aren't named because I've just have not had the time to sit down and name them all. But as I mentioned, I have basically 2 OCs for every possible element or concept of reality. So there are 2 for the basic elements of, say, fire, wind, earth, water. There's 2 for electricity. There's 2 for... You know, there's just 2 for every possible element and concept. Ow, I should have just fall back. I should have just fell back. Most of my characters actually were basically created after arguments with one of my older brothers. Because he basically also, he basically went out of his way to make the most brokenly overpowered characters possible. Like, all of his characters were Mary Sue's. So, I started mine with, like, my whole universe started with my character just named Darkness. Basically, in my universe, there's elemental lords, which are the deities. And while they have human bodies, they can basically progressively give up the strength of their body to increase the strength of their elemental power. And Darkness did just that to the extreme, to the point where he has powers he should not have. He is literally a god, and there is nothing that can be done to stop him if he does not want you to stop him. I've had to retcon some, things to actually stand up to him. Because once again, it was a case of like, well, why wouldn't he just take over the world? Fair enough, Anissa. Just off the top of my head, I have Ember, Amber, which are my Lords of Fire. Lightning, it's pretty self-explanatory. Darkness, pretty self-explanatory. Noel, Avian, Zol, Zarla, Doran, Merrick, jeez. I may have already mentioned her, but Cecilia, no I haven't. The name definitely does not sound like something I've just said. Oh, it's been so long since I used most of those characters. Blake. I have multiple characters named Lee. Because I'm creative. And those are just the ones I can think of off the top of my head that I've named. Ow. The Clash? Yeah. it can go die. Though I suppose I also have another character that is utterly broken as well. Like, all of my characters, if they were to be drug into another universe, would just be broken, but in their own universe, they're fine. My character Zol is basically cursed so he can never die. Good luck if you're ever fighting him. You can't win. Wait, I forgot. I also have Cecile. So I just remembered another one. And I'm not good at name suggestions. My only suggestion is, well, look up a name thing. Like just a book of names. Talking about OCs. That's what we're talking about, average. Original characters. Or orange croissants. It's your choice. To be fair, you can never have too many characters. Especially if you write semi-regularly. Or do what Robotic does, of roleplay. Having a wide variety of characters just gives you more things you could use. I would never suggest cheerleading. Ever. It's absurdly dangerous. I'd say to go with swimming or softball. Because I mean, I'm just trying to think of things that, you know, don't have a decent risk of you getting hurt. Fair enough. Ow. CAI, you'd be competing with a god's curse. It's not going to work. Zol was one of Darkness's lead generals and then betrayed him. And rather than killing him, he gave him a fate worse than death. And also in my universe, those powers probably wouldn't do much of anything anyway, because my universe works on a bit of a strange rule set. It effectively works like an RPG. People don't so much get injured as they do basically run out of life energy. And every ability entering that universe would start working like that. So those would probably be, abilities that would hurt, but... Yup. Immortality is the just worst thing you could ever have. I love how just me and AI have both, like, absurdly powerful characters, and then just Anissa just has a bunch of friendly furries. I mean, I technically have a bunch of... Gajinkas are technically furries, so I technically have a bunch of friendly furries as well. So I have multiple races of... Gajinka characters. I mean, they probably are, because yours don't live in a world that's just constantly at war. Well, engulfed in a war. So, I mean... Mine isn't, because, well, it wouldn't really make sense if it was. You can't really have, like, very, very many, just basically uber-powerful gods walking around and not have them start fighting with each other. I have, like, a very rudimentary map I made up a while back for my world in MS Paint. It looks awful. It gets the point across, but it looks awful. I'm honestly thinking of recreating it in RPG Maker at some point. Just to have a better looking map. Ow. Yeah, talk about whatever you want, AI. Just keep everything PG. These streams go non-PG enough. This is an E-rated game. Oh, bugger. And I think. I think I'm gonna go 1 or 2 more matches and then probably end the stream off. Because I am getting very hungry. But I also don't want to stop streaming, but I also am really hungry. So I'll go a couple more matches. I also want to remind people that we do have roleplay channels on the Discord if anyone ever wants to roleplay. You can just use those. Alright, Anissa. Have a good night. Now that I mentioned I'm hungry, I'm feeling a lot more hungry. I think this might actually end up being the final match for the stream. The problem with not having eaten since, like, 14-ish hours ago. As I mentioned earlier, the main trick with my universe and turning it into a game, or even just writing the story of it, is just making it clear that there really isn't a bad guy. Like, even Darkness, the elemental lord who basically turned himself into a frail-bodied human just to have more power, only did that so that he could stamp out sparks that are threatening the peace of the land. He just wants peace. Which is what most of the leaders want. I forgot I had Ink Storm. That basically just ran into that roller's face and went, "Look at this ball!" and then died. Oh, jeez. Ow. Fair enough, AI. So hungry. Cat, that's gonna be the end of the stream. I am way too hungry. Wow, did we actually pull out a win with a disconnect? Yes, we did. Okay. I mean, it was just an arrow spray. I will be back streaming tomorrow, very likely anyway. at around 11 p.m. Atlantic time, which I don't know if it's still an hour ahead of Eastern. I really don't know anymore. Time change happened. I don't know where my time zone is anymore. Everything's weird. I don't like it. I might do Splatoon again tomorrow. I really don't know. I'll be doing something. That's all I know for certain. For anyone that might be new here, there is a Discord should you wish to join it. It's linked down in the description of YouTube and in the info on Twitch. With all that said, thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I shall see you here tomorrow for more streaming. See you all then.